How you what, gang? Is Dino, and welcome back to the latest podcast in the world. I'm always hosted by my co-host, the Dough Man, and we got Nashan Clay in the building. How you what, gang?
Just chilling, man.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, I had a question because we got some questions lined up, but I just wanted to start it off here because it's pretty recent, and I'm like, I'm the type of person to like tune out the bullshit. So I didn't really watch what happened earlier, but there was a little controversy, a little misunderstanding earlier. Do you want to speak on that?
What you
What's
talking
going
about?
on? Hey, I saw you posting something on your story.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
That was nothing for me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was just somebody using my name to get attention. I did his vlog in Brownsburg, the suburbs. I wasn't gonna do it at first because that's not what my content is about. And he wanted to do it again. I was like, we can do it in the hood, but not the suburbs, because I told him what my mission is about. I'm going into these hoods to push resources for kids in the ghettos. I'm not around suburbs. He got upset, and I just deleted the video. Moved on. He posted me and said, F. Nashan Clay.
Damn.
I said, dang, what I do? I do?
I'm gonna have to see who it was because I spent a lot of time out there. So,
Yeah.
hey, dog. If you locked in with me, you locked in with gang. So don't speak on gang.
I'm not locked in with him.
No, I'm saying you locked in with us now that you here. So, hey, man, niggas better watch themselves, bro. But no, I'm bullshitting. Let's get into the real though. So, first question, let's give a little backstory on who you are. If you want to tell the people that don't know.
Like where I'm from and all that?
Where you from? What you do?
Yeah, I'm from 42nd Post Road, Brentwood. It's not, Brentwood's gone, but I still rep it. I go to different hoods, to tell the story inside of it, show a different perspective, a positive one, but keep it raw and authentic. More so, let outsiders see a bigger picture around the community so they can more so push resources inside of it for the kids. Because they're really misunderstood. I worked inside the school systems. They're very misunderstood. So I want to make sure I use my media in a way that can help these kids that come from these communities for real.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Cool. Now, my next question was going to be what inspired that. I know, obviously, you just said it a little bit. You being from there, you wanted to shine a better light. But was there a specific situation or what happened?
Yeah, in 2020, probably I want to say I started in 2019. That's when I really got on a spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like 2020 really because I know they was about to knock Brentwood down.
Mm-hmm.
The town of terrorist condominium. So my purpose was I was trying to show the neighborhood in a different light instead of what people normally recognize or see on Post Road. So that really inspired me. And I met 3 kids over there at the time. So I took them under my wing, and that was really how I started hood vlogs, and really, just to show a different image of my neighborhood, to show that it ain't all bad and negative. So that's what inspired me for real.
Yeah, we going to get into the pause. Never mind. We're going to talk about the kids a little later. I saw another video that you had posted, and it really caught my eye. So we going to touch on that for sure.
All right, bet.
But what was the first video that went up, and what was the concept behind that?
What was my first video that went viral? I think I kind of went crazy here, but it was a lot of them that went viral when I started my hood vlogs here. So I can't really say. And then I went viral in Cincinnati. That's where I really blew up, with Cincinnati.
Okay.
So yeah. But you talking about what video actually took off?
Or no, your first video, what did that look like?
My first ever video on YouTube, I was on Brentwood. I still got it up. I was just vlogging with some kids on Brentwood while we were playing basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just some regular shit then.
Yeah.
Damn, so it blew up over in Cincinnati before it really blew up here?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, what did that look like? Were you out making content in Cincinnati, or did some indie content blow up over in Cincinnati?
Nah, so, I was doing vlogs here, so I'm the first person in the city to travel on YouTube stuff, vlog, what I'm doing. So I filmed here, then I just started traveling to other cities. I was supposed to go to St. Louis that day, but I decided no, I'm gonna go to Cincinnati. And I went to Cincinnati and I did a hood vlog in the T, which is a known project out there that's really big and it's popular, and that blew up. And then that just took off from there.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. What other cities have shown you a lot of love?
Louisville, Chicago, St. Louis, they showed me a lot of love. And Baltimore, New York too. So yeah.
Yeah, you've
So
been
far.
all over.
A little bit.
I haven't been. I've seen a little bit, but I haven't
Yeah.
been like completely tapped in. That's
A
fire
little bit,
though.
A little bit. I
That's
ain't hit
super
the
fun.
West Coast yet. That's fine. I gotta
Okay.
get over there.
What's been the craziest? All right, yeah. I guess what's been the craziest place you've been, or like you got any crazy stories about traveling?
I feel like the craziest places I ever been was St. Louis and Baltimore. St. Louis is really the trenches.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they really walk around with. They have to walk around with guns when we doing vlogs. Or if we walking on the street, a few people cut the alley and walk the alley, because it's really like that out there. It's no joke. And Baltimore, they know when you're not from there too. So yeah, those is really the trenches.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I got a homie that I went to college with, and he been trying to get me to go to St. Louis, bro.
It's cool. They cool. They real cool. They cool people.
Hey, nigga. Hey,
They
he
cool.
just moved to Texas. I said I'll visit you down there. Good. Hey.
Nah, they cool in the loop.
But now, what was the inspiration behind going to different hoods and not just your own, giving them a light as well?
I just feel like, I don't know, you just grow with the brand for real. You know, everybody got a story, and I feel like you stay in your city, you can't reach you'll reach a certain level, and that's it. So I feel like you got to branch off to really reach another level and continue to build your brand and your voice.
Yeah.
And sometimes though, like in your own city, sometimes people will see you, but they won't open that door. And there'll be other cities that open that door. So
We were just talking about that, bro.
what y'all saying?
With Ty, we know this dude named Ty. He's an artist. I don't know if you know him, Black Wolf, but we were just all together, and I remember Ty said something like that. He was like, I think we were all on FaceTime. Remember we were on FaceTime the other day? Oh shit. We were on FaceTime, and he was like, "You guys are probably gonna blow up outside of Indy, and then Indy's gonna fuck with you." Is what he was saying basically. But I feel like that's what happened with you, no?
The city was rocking with me, but on other levels, sometimes I do deal with people that won't open the doors until I went to other cities and got a name. And so yeah.
You feel like it was like political at all?
Or intimidation.
Something like that?
Yeah, I dealt with people in political seats here. They be intimidated as if I'm going to take their seat. But I'm like, if you in the seat, you trying to make change. So why are you worried about another person trying to take your seat?
Amen.
You know? So.
That was a
valid.
bar.
Yeah.
That was a bar.
Yeah, that is a bar.
Now, what's something that's like, what's some similarities that you see between all the different hoods that you go to? Like, what's a big similarity?
The same story for real. Most of the kids come from the hood, poor school systems, messed up households, behaviors inside of school, no understanding, no help. They grow up, get on the wrong pathway. Now they in the streets. So that's the same story for real. So yeah.
I feel that. So how do you want to use your content to rewrite that story?
Really, just to get the people to understand them a lot better. I word my content a certain way too, but I know that I do that because of the algorithm. I know how to work the algorithm and get people talking. But, just to really understand them, put resources inside of the schools, because that's really the most powerful tool for real, and really help them, especially while they're young. And even if they're older, just reach out to them and expose them to different things so they can get away from certain, environments and cycles and stuff. So, yeah.
Like that. No. With accomplishing that, I'm sure it comes with a lot of different challenges.
Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge that you face?
People misunderstanding my content because of how I title it. I be putting most dangerous, so they misunderstand it. They don't give themselves the opportunity. They see one clip, and they just go off that one clip, and they don't actually take time to really look at the clip and understand what I'm doing. Because I let it be known at the beginning of my videos, and they just misunderstand it. Like, can you show something positive? Like, this is positive. You're just not.
Yeah.
You're just going off this one clip.
That's funny because I hear. So our podcast is about entrepreneurship and helping creators and shine a light on the people of our city. But a lot of feedback that I've heard with our show is that we just fuck around. Like, we just come on here and fuck around. Because obviously we got to post clips and get engagement, right? But when you go to the full fucking podcast, we just spent 20 minutes about how to start a business.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to want to watch that on short form content, so.
Exactly. So you got to clip something that makes them talk.
Exactly.
That's the way social media works. And that's how we got you on the comments. Like,
exactly.
yeah, they be tweaking out.
So please go watch the full video, the full pod, whatever short form content you see. If there's a longer version of it, please go watch it. So you can get the full context of what's going on.
Take time to watch it and then comment after, bro. Because I be tweaking out. Like,
I'm saying.
I watched one of your clips. It was when you were in Baltimore, and you probably said something about it being the most dangerous city, but really it was that guy you were with. He was with his son.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He was like, you could tell like he was trying to speak some good game into his son and stuff, and trying to be there for his son. His son's out there walking with him. So yeah, shit like that's definitely good positivity to spread. So
yeah. It's just the algorithm. You just gotta learn how to work social media. That's it.
Yeah. Did you have someone that kind of taught you the social media game, or did you just learn through trial and error?
Trial, all that. Yeah, I just learned by myself. Just figured it out.
That's hard.
You know, a lot of people here in the city actually follow everything I do. They won't say it though. It's pride, ego, but they literally follow my format from when they first started to what they doing now. It's crazy.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to get no names, would you? Know what I mean?
Nah.
Off camera.
I'm gonna let them do them.
Right, yeah.
That's right. But let's pivot a little bit. We got the content breakdown. Now, the author, where did the passion for writing come from?
No, this is fire. I'm excited to hear about this.
I've always been a writer since like 6th grade, man. My 6th grade teacher, to Lawrence Township. Shout out to Lawrence Township. They definitely believed in me, man. But it was my 6th grade teacher at Craig Middle School. Mm-hmm. She told me I was a writer. She made us write a short story, and I just wrote it off the top of my head. And that's when I knew I was a writer. So that's when I've been writing ever since, for real. So, yeah.
That's what's up.
What about your first book and first and second book?
My first book was my life story.
Okay.
When I first started, when I was born all the way up to 2020. My second book was a fast. I went into a fast for 14 days, and I wrote every day what I was experiencing inside that fast.
That's fire. What brought that fast about?
I don't know. I just randomly got a thought that said just fast 14 days. Fast for 2 weeks. And that's what I did.
And you're religious?
Yeah, I'm a follower. I won't say I'm a religious. I feel like that's more so like traditional.
Right, yeah.
Box type. But yeah.
And did you, I've heard before when people fast, sometimes they might have like an encounter with God or something like that.
Yeah, I experienced that. I shared all that in my book.
Okay.
Yeah, I experienced a lot of that throughout certain days. Yeah.
I've heard a ton about fasting, but I don't know exactly like how to go about it. And I'm also like, I work out and I work a lot like up on my feet, so I don't want to just like, is it literally just like no food and just water, or how's that work?
I feel like if you listen to people, they'll program you to think a certain way. But I feel like when you build a relationship with God, it depends on what He wants you to fast from. My fast was from away from social media. So that's what my fast, that book was about, just being away from social media for 2 weeks. So everybody's different. Sometimes I go food.
That's your whole life too.
Yeah. So I was away from it.
You stepped away from your whole life for 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Damn.
Now, earlier you mentioned a spiritual encounter or a spiritual, I don't know if awakening is the right word, but could you kind of, as much as you're comfortable with, break that down and what that looked like for you?
I experienced awakening like 2019 though. But over the years, what you talking about in the book or like?
Just your story. I feel like I had one too, and I kind of want to see how ours compare.
Oh, that's, okay. Yeah, it was like 2019, I believe so. I was in a relationship. I broke up with them, and I just got on, like, it was just so strange, bro. It really was. Like, how everything started, it was so weird. Like, I was getting into, like, the angel numbers. Mm-hmm. It was just strange. Then, as everything just, I started to open up. Like, I started to understand, like, the situations that the cycles inside of my family, A lot about me changed. Like myself, I freeformed my hair, my first set of locks, and I just stopped combing my hair. I let them form, and as years passed, I met a man named T like in 2020, and he was working at this job, and he actually told me to get back into the church, and I said, "Nah, it's a bad business," but I listened to him. Got back into the church. I had two churches in mind. I got pulled to one of the churches. But it was really that man named T, though, for real. He was basically saying, like, you're going to be a leader. You're going to be the one to make change in your neighborhood. But one tree can't make a forest. You need a church. He was saying all types of wild stuff. Literally.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like mine kind of started from the same. You tell me if I'm wrong. But mine started from a place of not knowing what made me happy, like where my worth came from. Like,
I can't tell you if you're wrong. That's your journey.
See, but no, I'm saying like I don't know. Well, okay, so
Everybody's stuff is different, though.
yeah. So at that time, my girl had left me, and
Dang.
yeah, the job I was working, I was like, I get nothing out of this, like spiritually. Like, there's no happiness that comes from this. So really, I was just trying to find myself. And I spent every day, like I swear to God, I was outside every day, like walking on trails and just sitting in the middle of the woods for like,
Bro, that's what I was doing.
for like 6 months straight, bro. Like
that's
rain,
funny.
sleet, snow, it didn't matter. I was outside, and I had a journal too, so I would write down like what I was feeling or like just anything, any thoughts that came. I just wrote them down, and
That's crazy. That's how mine started. Well, that's how mine was going. Because I was getting into music, and one of my videos blew up, and I was kind of getting connected with people that's rappers in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, I just went through it, and I stopped doing music, and I sitting in the woods and stuff like that. Like, what?
Bro, I'm telling you, you find yourself out there, bro.
Dino, do you still have that journal?
Yeah, somewhere. I know it was in my trunk when I crashed, so it's somewhere in the little bag I threw in there before I had to get the car up.
Bro, it would be fire, especially hearing about you documenting like your 14-day fast. It would be fire to take that journal and like maybe make a little bit of edits so it's not completely raw, because I know that's like something that's deep. But if you've ever read the book like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, or however you say his name, I think that's right. I've read it once, but I'm reading like an annotated version right now. And it was like he was a king back in the day, and it's literally just his journal, like his raw journal. And then years and years later, someone found the journal and published it. But it'd be kind of cool for you to like publish something on that one day.
Be raw.
Be fire.
He's the audience for that stuff, for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And then my journal, I have another one now. This one is my business journal. Now, this one I kind of lose my mind in, like, because there's a lot of different stuff that I'm involved in. So, like, I don't know, like, it happened today. I'll just get in the mode where I just run through, like, everything, bro. And, like, my mind just, like, spills everywhere. So, like, I probably do need to publish something, put something together.
Yeah, bro, for
Very
sure.
raw.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, though, what's like the biggest difference in storytelling between a book and a video?
It's just visual. The camera is visual. You see the emotions more raw. I don't know. It's just a visual compared to the book.
So would you say like your mindset in telling the story is the same? The outcome is just different?
Yeah, in a sense. But, when you're writing, I feel like you can tell it more because you're creating the words instead of you filming. You just getting it raw.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be a slight difference. Yeah.
I actually have. So I told you I got a few pizza restaurants, and I'm 21 right now. I got my first one when I was 17. I've had 4. I've sold 2, and I've had a lot of at my shop in Crawfordsville. I've had it for 3.5 years, and I bought it when it was a failing store. So it's a lot of like building it up, and a lot of failing, and damn, my account's in the negative, and I'm not making any money. And it was like that for a long time. And I actually have like video, a little bit of both. I got video journals. So I would like actually pull up to this church in Crawfordsville if I was having a bad day. And I would just like, I didn't want to like, I didn't want to like let all my emotion out to like my employees and stuff like that. So I would just pull up into this church parking lot, it'd be completely empty, and I would like record myself, like I'd be talking to myself. But it's like I would do it because I wanted to look back at it. I still got all the videos, but I want to like look back at it like, damn, I made it. But like a year and a half ago, I was sitting in my car in the church crying because this was going wrong and this was happening. It felt like my world was crumbling down, and then it all worked out. Cause
Now it's successful.
Yeah.
You should say where you at.
What do you mean?
The pizza spot.
Oh, shout out Avon, Crawfordsville, Greek's Pizzeria.
Yep. Shout out them breadsticks.
Yeah, shout out the breadsticks for sure.
Man,
Y'all know Greeks is fire, man. I eat Greeks every day.
She came in here and said something that I didn't even know about. This my man's, right? For some years, I've known him damn near, since he got his first store. I was helping him paint Crawfordsville.
No, Southport.
Or,
You were helping me.
Southport.
First store, yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't even know about Southport.
Nah.
But no, she said something that I didn't even know. Shout out them breadsticks, I guess.
Sweet and hot breadsticks.
Fire.
They are fire.
Yeah,
I put my mama on that.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
That's fire, man. But yeah, I wanted to get into you as a figure and pillar in the community.
Yeah.
I've seen you do a little public speaking. You're getting awards. What's that feeling like over being an influencer?
I feel like it's more powerful, like more, stable and more of a foundation just being an influencer. I feel like an influencer, I don't know, I feel like I can't put it in words, but I feel like it just has more power and more of a foundation than being just an influencer for real.
I feel that. I feel like you're more in tuned and engraved with your community, rather than being an influencer. You post on YouTube, that goes out to the world.
Yeah.
Like you do a book bag drive, that's your community. You really connecting with folks. So I really like that you're taking that route as well. Like I feel like you're just documenting your route into being an activist. Really, that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean you could say that for real.
Would you consider what you're doing activism?
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people throw that word around a lot. A lot of people say they activists, but I feel like it's just it's used in a loose, like a way that's just way too loose.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that I say more so I like the term leader.
Okay.
Because even though like some people try to ignore what I'm doing, at the same time those people that's ignoring what I'm doing, they're actually copying and following everything that I do. So
Facts.
yeah.
What's the end goal for you?
To be a leader, like a big leader, really make change. I'm talking like schools, inside of environments, the ghettos, changing the way that we think, our culture, our image. I'm trying to make real change, real, not just being a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you plan to do that? Like through creating a nonprofit or for running in politics or?
No, I'm gonna just keep trusting God on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Just let Him continue to build me up, grow me, and place me in the right situations and spot. But what I can do is I'm building relationships with schools, with political people, all types of people. So that's what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And continue to do the work and show what I'm doing for real.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you in tune with what we got going on. I'm a board member for a nonprofit, Care for Creatives. We're trying to get into schools and show the youth that you can make a living, you can create a life and a career out of being a creative, whatever that looks like to you, whether it's art, music, or what we do, content. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to talk and see how we can,
Yeah, we
set that
definitely
up.
do that for real. Yeah.
But you got the Standing for Justice Award.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So, I got a big community around Muslims, so they really support what I do. Like if I'm in any type of danger, I can call the brothers and they'll pull up. So they just like my work, and they came across me. And actually, it was because of the Nazi situation. When the Nazis came downtown, somehow, some way, I was right there.
That was over this summer, this past summer.
And I went up to him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And people wanted me to attack him, but I ain't say that. I just said, I still love you, And people ain't like that. But I don't care what people think. I ain't trying to please them. And I guess the brothers came across it and they really enjoyed it. And it actually brought like over 100 people together of different cultures and different religions. And they came downtown, literally, and did a march off of that. Even the old police chief, before he stepped down, he actually followed my lead and how I led that situation. He came with a statement and followed my lead. Then you had other community leaders follow my lead in my format. And the brothers really just enjoyed that, and they gave me that award because of that.
That's so
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's bring it back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier. You said you had 3 kids that you took under your wing.
Yeah.
So what was that situation like, or those different situations?
They lived on Brentwood at the time. 2020 though, Brentwood, when I was growing up, Brentwood was very quiet. But as the years came, it got wild. And 2020 was really like the most craziest year that I ever saw. And, I put a basketball court over there, and I just randomly started to come back over there and stay in the front with them because there was a lot going on. Like, it was block parties every day in the summertime. People were literally dying. They were seeing guns being pulled out. Somebody got shot in the head, like in the front where they was at. It was just a lot going on. So I decided to just take them under my wing. That's when I wrote my first book on Brentwood. Like, I sat on the side of the sidewalk, and I just really try to show them different, for real. Protect them from exposure, allow them to see, understand what's happening, but also direct them to another pathway. But they was young. Their name was Caden, Zayden, and Marion. But the oldest one, he's now in the middle school now.
What made you do that? Especially, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 30.
30?
Yep.
Damn.
I'm an OG.
Just playing. But still, yeah, that's pretty young, especially and it sounds like all this started a couple years ago with like taking kids under your wings and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I was 24, yeah.
Yeah. So what caused that?
That spiritual journey.
Oh, really?
When I got baptized, that's when it all came. No lie. Literally. That's when I figured out, okay, this is what I want to do. That's when everything came. As soon as I got baptized, or as soon as I got to that moment where I was about to get baptized. Yeah.
And that's funny too, because I never got baptized, but actually how I started hanging out with Jake again a lot is we started going to church every Sunday. So Jake was around during that spiritual journey. And then, like I told you, I got the job here, and it's like everything fell into place after that. And like, I can't say that it was anything but God. Like,
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I think every single time, I've been saying this a lot, every time that I recenter myself on God, He moves in my life every single time. And there's a couple things going on right now that I can't really talk about, but I mean, like, my spiritual journey is like this, right? I think a lot of our journey is like we are on fire for God, and then there's other times where it's like we're into a lot of worldly things. And about 2 or 3 months ago, I realized after I opened up my shop in Avon, I was down, and in my spiritual journey, it wasn't it. And so I kind of refocused and recentered myself on God. And He made like a crazy move in my life, and He's still moving just through business things, but connections with people and in different relationships. It's crazy. And it's like, to me, undeniable evidence. Like,
yeah, I feel you on that.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
But yeah, so when you're going around and speaking to the community, I know different audiences need different messages, but what is your main message that you're trying to convey?
Something that's really gonna last long. I try to make sure that. That's a good question. It just made me think.
That's cool.
I mean, I try to get them to believe in themselves. Set hope in their life to keep going, because that's what a lot of these kids need. Just people to see people that genuinely cares about them, that people believe in them, and to help them see greatness within themselves, no matter the environment or the story that they have. So that's what I do. But I accept them for who they are, I just believe in them, genuinely, just naturally believe in them, because I get to know them outside of their behaviors and all the extra stuff that people try to throw on them. So, yeah.
Now, what usually comes from that? Like, what's the feedback from the community when you go out and talk?
I get a lot of feedback from the kids. Yeah,
Mhm.
I be having teachers. Like I just had a teacher from IPS reach out to me and let me know that a lot of kids be off of that look when that dude was talking crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, I had an IPS teacher like write me today and say a lot of kids inside the school be talking about me and saying how they want to be on social media, build that career. So I ain't gonna lie, I just literally forgot what you just said.
No, you're good. I
Bruh.
was just saying, like, what's the feedback that you hear from
Oh,
teachers
okay.
and students?
No, the kids be rocking with me for real. I
Mhm.
get a lot of feedback from kids. They draw to me. They respect me. They naturally like have They put high expectations on me, like on themselves when they come around me.
Yeah.
So it's like, they off the bat see that I want more out of them, without me having to like say it out of my mouth. So
And
yeah,
and it's hard to gain the respect of a lot of kids. So
yeah,
Oh,
you're
dog.
man.
you're doing
Trust me.
something right.
I be having kids that got put out of school. I be on their lives because they be following me on social media.
Yeah.
I got on one of their lives. He was smoking. He hurry up and ended the live. So
Thought it was slick, huh?
Yeah.
I said, dang, I wasn't even about to say nothing.
IG Live is dangerous, bro. But
He
no.
ended it quick.
So what through it all, the ups and the downs throughout this, what keeps you motivated to keep going?
I ain't gonna lie, I be genuinely already just naturally happy. I just think this just really the joy that God gives me for real.
Man.
And then I got nieces and nephews, and I got kids that I still got under my wing.
Mhm.
So I'm just motivated to like set them up for success, from assets, from the example that I set, and just to truly make sure that they be something in life. I don't even care what it is, but to go a different way. You can be a teacher or whatever. I don't care, but as long as they make it in life.
Damn.
That go a clip right there.
Oh god. You see, hold on, I'm gonna see what the battery on. Damn. That bitch dead.
Hey, it's all good.
Oh well.
We've already.
Yeah, we only got a couple more questions anyway. But so we're like, I know we speak on the future a little bit, but kind of short term, not really. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Man, I hope I'm like really like foundation set. Like when the kids go crazy, they know who to call.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
just move this one.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
straight.
All right, yeah, that's where I see myself in 5 years. Really, a real like leader for real.
Mhm.
Like really up there.
Cool, I like that. Shit, I'm trying to get in. Get in with you. But yeah, cause honestly, bro, like I joke about this here and there, but like if I could get into politics, like somehow, I think I would want to, cause
For
like
real?
at the end of the day, like
I got dirt on you, bro.
bro. I got
I'm
dirt on
releasing
you,
it all, bro.
bro.
I'm not trying to be a politician. You can release it. I don't care.
But
They'll pay you too for that.
hey, though. But like no bullshit. Like I know I'd be like trolling and stuff a lot, but there is like a lot that needs changed around here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. I'd rather just be like a person that the community knows and that the community would, rely on rather than actually,
Yeah.
you feel me, holding a title.
I had that when I first started on Brentwood.
Hmm.
They was following me. They was picking up the trash. I don't know how the heck they was following me. I was doing all this on social media, and I only had like 1,000 followers. But they was following my lead.
It's the message.
Yeah.
The message is impactful.
So yeah, man.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think our last question, probably to wrap it up, is if someone in a different community or a different state, if they want to do what you do and they want to tell stories in their own hood, what advice would you give to them?
Make sure you have a purpose, like a good purpose. Don't just go in there and tell it just to get content. Have a purpose, and honestly, just let God lead you for real. Because if you let Him lead you, He'll give you that story, and then it will make sense and it will touch others in the community to inspire them. So yeah, you gotta be brave too, and have a strong why. And, you know, because people will come and attack. They don't care how positive it is. They're going to come and attack you. But, yeah.
No, yeah.
Like that.
You got anything else, Dino?
No, I think that was about it, man. I mean, you got anything for us?
No.
Shit, cool. Well, damn.
Well, we're down to one light, but
I was about to say, she don't fuck with us at all. But nah, this has been the How You Up podcast. I appreciate everybody that has stayed tuned into this moment. Make sure you drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And make sure you check out our homegirl Nashan and check out all her content. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
fire.
Hell yeah.
Fire.
How much you got to put down for a pizza spot?
It
Damn.
depends. I bought three failing stores, and the one in Avon was a new build. But for the failing stores, I got them all under $20K down. The rest seller finance.
For real?